Welcome, friends. Today we are doing another fragrance rotation. Stupendous. And this fragrance rotation is for the week ending Sunday, the 2nd of January, 2022. Wow. Time flies. 2021 was a big year. I started making fragrance videos. I found new sellers who have lots of vintage stuff. I collected a lot of perfumes. I also let quite a few go. But when I say quite a few, I mean the operative word there being few. I didn't really let go that many, but that's life. Anyway, the collection grew and expanded and improved. That's the main thing. Improvement. Not necessarily size or scale or just like hoarding bottles, but improving the collection. I managed to secure a lifetime supply of Balenciaga Pour Homme, which means I can now wear it freely. Not that I've worn it this week. But anyway, enough reminiscing into the future. So, on Monday, I wore something out on myself. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. I wore something out and about, my scent of the day for the first time, and it was a new bottle which I got in December. Me and Nigel from 2 Cents Worth got a bottle each, did the pre-sale. But unfortunately only one arrived, so then I had to get in touch with the brand, and that is of Zaharoff's Tobacco. This is fantastic. It's really good. It's got that Zaharad. Say Zaharad. Doesn't sound right. But it's got that sort of like Zaharoff-esque. You can smell a Zaharoff when you smell it. I've also got Signature, and I'm thinking I might get the Sandalwood, which is the Royale. I've paid for my bottles, thank you very much. And got this in the pre-sale, so I bought it blind. But I'm very glad, because you know when you get a Zaharoff, they're going to be of like a certain quality and a certain style. And being able to, like, if he protects that, and if he cultivates it, you know, then he's going to have winners. There's a couple of them that I'm not huge on. I'm not big on the rose one. It's a little bit sweet for me. It's a little bit jammy. It's a little bit girly on me. Other people rave about it, but the rose one's not for me. I'm funny with rose. I like a certain type of rose. I found that a little bit sweet and airy, and I hate to use the word girly, but you know what I mean. It conveys what I'm trying to say. But this is fantastic. This is like a proper sort of like, this is like a mustachioed, hairy-chested sort of, but smart. You know, do you know like those people who are like in the 80s and stuff like that? They're hairy-arsed, horrible men, but they're in a suit, and a nice suit. Excuse me whilst I hydrate again. This has got that sort of vibe about it. Smart, well put together, but a little bit rough underneath. With tobacco in it. So it's contrasted. The tobacco is contrasted with something sweet, which I can't remember what it is. Maybe the cardamom. But it's lovely. The bottle feels great in the hand. The bottle actually feels better in the hand than the 100 mils. I really like the bottles as well. They've got those like little rounded corners on. You know, they're not like sharp lines or anything. I like the label as well. It's a decent label. That it's like the thingy on a cigar. I'm not a cigar smoker. I don't smoke things, and I'm just not into that. A little bit strange for me, but this is lovely for a tobacco fragrance, and it does have similar vibes to Tobacco Rouge, which is like a sweet dank. Oh God, it is very much like that. It's got that dank sort of tobacco absolute vibe about it. Really like this. I'll be wearing this again. I don't know. You might be able to wear that year round, you know. I don't know. I'll give it a go. But Signature Royale's like that as well. I really like the original one. It was a really good starting point for a line. Anyway, we talked about that fragrance for a while. Next, Tuesday, I decided to go for something completely different. Sometimes I do this. I beg your pardon. And I went for something I haven't worn very much recently, and it's one of those bottles where you can't see the fucking line of how full it is. But I know this is genuine, like generally full. And it is a recently discontinued. If you're looking for something recently discontinued, buy this before the prices go up. The prices will go. Don't use it as like an investment. If you like this sort of thing, buy it. This is a brilliant rainy day fragrance. This and Ancre Noir. They've got that. This has got that grey vibe. It really does have the bottle. It's dry musk, dry like wet concrete. You get that sort of grainy texture, and it's saved by the violet leaf. Like it's got that, like the violet leaf gives it like a twang. You know, this would just be a musk fragrance. This would be like a really. Imagine if you took. No, I was going to say Kiehl's original musk. It's not like that, but it is like a musk that's been like sandpapered, so it's all rough. You know, it's got that sort of vibe about it. It's absolutely beautiful. Like, I wore this on Tuesday because I think it was pissing down with rain. Like, absolutely love it. It's very much the colour of the bottle. I've got a backup of this, and I've got a couple more on the way, which I'm glad for, because this is one of those fragrances that I don't think I'd ever be able to let go, you know, because it's so different from what you find out there. It's no wonder it's been discontinued. This would be a very cult classic, you know, certain types of people. If you want to smell different, this is the sort of thing you want. The violet leaf in this is very well placed. It's very different, very... I mean, I don't know how you come up with like concrete and violet leaf, you know, but it just works, and it's really nice. It's got a slight freshness about it. It's also got a wetness and a dryness about it. Very clever. Really, really enjoy that. Next, on Wednesday, I decided to go for something completely different again, and I think this is the first time I've worn this year. It's very woody. I get a lot of wood from this now. Very dry wood, patchouli, scratchy. And this is Coromandel by Chanel. This is the eau de parfum. Dry chocolate, like the white chocolate in this. I'm sure there's white chocolate in it. Very dry. Very, do I want to say sincere? Maybe it's not so different from Narciso Rodriguez. It's incredibly dry with a little touch of sweetness in it as well. It doesn't turn sweet on me very much at all. It's very patchouli. It's very forest floor, you know, natural sort of smelling, like, you know, when the leaves fall off the trees but they're dry and like it's not wet and it hasn't been raining. It's got that sort of vibe, like an earthy, soily, sort of wooden vibe. That's what this is meant to. That's what this is meant to recreate. The Coromandel, the lacquer. I beg your pardon. The lacquer on a Coromandel. A Coromandel's like a one of those wooden screens that they had in China. That they would lacquer and decorate and stuff. And this was meant to represent Chanel getting dressed behind one of those. Not sure about that. Well, it does smell very dry and old and woody and a little bit Eastern as well. Patchouli always gives me Eastern vibes. Borneo 1834, much sweeter, but it has got similarities. Same perfumer as well, Christopher Sheldrake. So after that, the patchouli got me thinking, I want to wear more patchouli. Patchouli tends to do that. I really like patchouli. So I decided to wear an A Men, but this is the flanker, and it's a rare flanker, and it's called Taste of Fragrance. The state of the balls, unbelievable, but it so fits in with the aesthetic. Dark but very sweet and a little bit spicy. This is pure chili, or Taste of Fragrance. I can't believe how much I've used of that, actually. I really love this stuff, though. It's absolutely fantastic. Highly recommend it. The prices of all the A Men's are going through the ceiling because you can't get the flankers anymore. It's very difficult. I think L'Oreal's axed them. They have a reputation for ruining perfume brands, so hopefully someone comes in and resurrects Mugler at some point. But if you're going to buy any of the Amens, get the ones that have got Thierry Mugler written on them. See how it says Thierry Mugler there? The new ones will say Mugler. And they're shit, frankly, if you want the truth. The performance is gone, and that's one of the great things about this fragrance, this line. The performance is nuclear, and so it should be. It's meant to be a big, vulgar fragrance, you know. The Amen line was one of the first gourmands for men. Olivia Cresp did Angel for the women, and that was the first gourmand, apparently. So this one of the first, I think this was Jacques Rouclier, because he did the first. I think he did most of the flankers as well, but absolutely love. This is probably my favourite flanker from the Amen line. I do beg your pardon. I just had me dinner. Anyhow, what was that? Excuse me. Sorry, hiccups. Next, I decided to wear a completely different perfume. Something totally different, not patchouli based, but still in like a classic sort of vibe. And this is Cuir Cannage. Or Cuir Cannage. I don't know. There you go. These labels are fucking appalling for trying to show you them with this light on. I had a bit of a nightmare when I went to spray this. I haven't sprayed it since like February. And I went to pick it up and sprayed it and nothing came out. I was like, oh, what's going on? Stop that. And it took a couple of sprays and I was like, I had to tilt it a little bit to get the sprayer to work again. But I managed to get it working. I remember Eugene saying that like 3 or 4 of his, but like 2 or 3 of his Dior Privés had done that. So I started like being very upset, thinking, no, don't do that. And I managed to get it working again. So I'm just hoping that was a blip, or just it was just being like that because I hadn't used it for a long time. This is the 250ml, which I got from a retailer a little bit cheaper. I've also got a 450ml. I wouldn't have bought this if they hadn't given me a good deal, so thank you very much. I absolutely love it. It's Dior's version of Cuir de Russie, and it's a much easier wear. It's very Dimashy in that it's broad strokes. You know, you're not going to find like intricacy and deepness and thickness and transitions and everything like that. You're going to find a perfume that's of sufficient build quality, and it's going to smell good. But whether it's going to smell great or not sure about that. But this is absolutely fantastic. I love it. It's much easier to wear than Cuir de Russie, which I wore the week before. Leathery, irisy, little bit smoky, birchy, fantastic. And if you're going to buy any of the Privés, make sure they've got the CD on the top, not the joined up lettering. Like when Dior starts copying Chanel that far, it's sad. Anyway, yesterday I wore Costume National Homme EDP. Don't know if this is discontinued. Hope not. It was released in 2009, I want to say. And it was released... Oh, God, it's so good. This is one of the best finds of last year. This is a fantastic modern perfume. It smells a bit like a Tom Ford. Wouldn't be surprised if this had been like submitted to Tom Ford and they decided they didn't want it for some reason. Because it really does smell like a Tom Ford. Absolutely fantastic. Yes, sweet, spicy, deep, lasts all day. Brilliant perfume. What size is this bottle? I don't know. How big are you? That's a tons. It doesn't say. It does say to know the parfum there. It's 100ml. I beg your pardon. I thought it might be a little bigger. Spray is shocking. The lid's absolutely appalling. Just cheap, shitty plastic. But the scent is absolutely sensational. And finally, I haven't actually brought out the bottle for this, just the decanted one. I decided today to wear Iquitos by Alain Delon. This is a jasmine, one of the only jasmines I ever really loved. It's absolutely brilliant. Fresh, floral, sweet. I wouldn't say spicy. Let's have a little spray. We'll see what it's like at the top. Oh. It's got that dankness from the jasmine. It's really good. I really don't like jasmine, but I really like this stuff. It's absolutely fantastic. The bottle's shaped like a cobra's head. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. And it's really good. I got a bottle of this for free, and they gave it to me for free because the sprayer was broken. And I was thank you very much. So I ordered some bottles and some sprayers, and I decanted this into that. Kept the bottle. I actually can't show you the bottle. Deepest apologies, that was a lie. There's the bottle, meant to look like a cobra's, like it's coming to get you. It's absolutely wonderful. I kept this by my bed when I first got it, the empty bottle, so I could smell it, because I was trying to get to know it and get to love it. This is a fantastic. This would be brilliant for like a year-round fragrance. I'm sure I've mentioned the story before where this was submitted to Dior, but they went with, I'm sure it was Diorella or Diorissimo. It was one of the two that was released in the mid-80s. And then Alain Delon picked it up and sold it for men. Not that it says for men on it anywhere, but I think it is a male fragrance, and it is absolutely wonderful. One of the best celebrity fragrances ever released. And so we come to the end. I will try and get all of these in, so you can see a little portrait of them. I'm not going to succeed, am I? I might have to feng shui the camera. Let's give us a second. There's some wide bottles here. Right. There we go. So, Monday I wore Tobacco by Zaharoff. Tuesday, For Him by Narciso Rodriguez. Wednesday, Coromandel by Chanel. Thursday, Taste of Fragrance by Mugler, Thierry Mugler. Friday, I wore Cuir Cannage by Christian Dior. Saturday, I wore Costume National Homme. And today I am wearing a Kitos by Alain Delon. Hope you have enjoyed my fragrance rotation. Sorry if I've waffled on a little bit. And I will see you again soon. Bye.